Hi, my name is Nicholas.
Hi, I'm Edmund.
We're just two mans with
You
hands
got some little shit on your phone.
on my phone,
Yeah, it's like some little like smudge.
like on the lens.
No, it's like on the side of it. It's like a little like.
Is it showing up on the camera?
No, it's
Then why
not.
are you bringing this up right now?
Because I keep looking at it. Go ahead.
Like, does it affect the audience?
No,
No.
it does not.
Okay. Welcome to the Emmizzie. What's something so good that happened to you? So good, like
I
so good.
I bought a cool new game.
Oh, what game?
It's like the old version of a new game. That's how it's called. Dying Light. It's that zombie game I was telling you
Oh,
about.
Dying Light. Yeah,
Where
yeah,
at
yeah,
night you get chased by them things,
yeah.
and that shit feel like when you turn the lights off and you run into your bedroom
From the plug,
from the
from
plug.
the light switch. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's what that
No.
shit feel like. Yeah.
Like choosing to do that as a pastime, like video game, is so crazy.
Well, no, I don't go out at the like when the game goes, and it's
But
funny.
you
'cause,
have
like,
to, don't you? I feel like they make you.
every like it's a few missions like that. But like when you doing your own free roam, you can just like go to sleep and wake up during the day. That's what I personally do. And then when they make me go outside at night, I hate the fucking game.
Like that's so crazy that you would choose to scare yourself like that.
Because it's so terrifying. And they run so fast.
No, thank you.
Hmm.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
You should play it on stream one day.
I feel like I probably can't because I can't play any games on stream with this old TV.
That's true.
Literally nothing.
That's true. Yeah.
For some reason, the only game that lets me play is Fortnite, and that's only part time.
Mhm.
If the game gets too intense in the middle of a battle, my TV's like, "Oh, unsupported mode." I'm like, this is not the time. You couldn't do this when I was running through the hill by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Maybe one day. Maybe
Yeah.
when I get a new TV. So my good thing.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's been boring. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, if I had to pull out a video game out of my asshole,
I put
you
a
better
whole
figure out
video
something.
game in my ass. My life's just so boring lately. Like nothing is happening. Because I know like something that happened, but it's not like a good thing. Like it's good, but it's sad. Like
Mhm.
one of my students, my longest running student,
Mhm.
graduated. And I was gonna say like, oh, that's a great thing, but it's not.
It is good.
How dare she grow
because
up?
she's growing up
I
and
don't
she's
care.
morphing into the woman that you helped her to be.
How dare she leave me? You raise these kids and then they just grow up and leave you. Like, how dare you? Yeah, so it's tough. It's like she's my longest running student. She was a wee little lad, well, lady, when I started teaching her, and now she's like graduated high school and like
Yeah.
went to prom. Like, get over yourself.
Mm-hmm.
She looks so good.
She did. She looks
She
so
looks
pretty.
so cute at prom. My favorite part was when she was like, I don't want to go with anyone to prom. How do I say no to people because
Mhm.
it's about me? I'm like, that's amazing energy. I love
I
that.
think it was really nice of her to allow other kids to participate in her prom.
That's literally kind of what she said.
Like that's nice of her to do that.
Like she was like, I don't even want to go to prom, but I want to go take pictures.
Yeah.
Because everybody should see what I look like. And I agree, but truthfully, like nothing really good happened to me. Like my life's been good, but nothing like
Mhm.
stands out
Mm-hmm.
as good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a very mid few weeks.
Hmm.
Yeah, since we last recorded. We record every 2 weeks, people.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what you guys don't know is how tragic the last episode that I had to upload was a full. That was my 13th reason.
Mm.
I spend, obviously, like if we record for an hour and a half,
Mm-hmm.
I'm spending 4 hours editing that video at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, you have to export it, which because we're doing it on a better quality phone or a better quality camera and
Mm-hmm.
a better quality system, like an editing software, the file is like 100 times bigger. That goes from like, a couple gigs to almost 200 gigabytes. So it can take 2+ hours to export it. Not even upload it, just export it. So I'm exporting this bitch. And it just says, no, I'm sorry. Did you wait 2.5 hours to export? You did. And we got to like 90 something percent. And then we were like, corrupted. So I had to do all of that. That failed. I was like, oh my God, I had to go into recovery mode to like find the clips and do all these things to like put it back. And then when I went to go do that, it just like, I don't have the processor on my computer to handle all of this. So on top of that, the rainbow wheel, she was just spinning for her life, doing the most. And I was like, babe, please stop. And she was like, no, you stop. I can't handle this. And
First
then,
of all, you quit.
yeah, she was like, do you know what you're asking of me? basically it was a lot, and I was like, I don't want to have to re-edit this episode because it was so sad. I'm like, why couldn't it be like a funny one? Like, that was annoying. Literally, I started exporting people at 4 something p.m. and it didn't get to YouTube until midnight. Let me tell you, I was annoyed. Just took my whole day out. It was like, oh, did you have plans? You don't.
Not anymore.
And you can't even just leave it to export for those 2 hours, because if you leave, who knows, maybe in 10 minutes, I'll quit. How will you know? You won't be here. Anyway, also, just so you guys know, you can go and leave us listener letters on our Instagram at the Emmizzie. It'll be in the link below. Tell us a story. Ask us a question. What's going on in your life? You know what I mean? Like, tell us the juicy details. It can be in a voice note and then we'll play it, or it can be text and Edmund will read it. Slay. Okay. Thank you.
Have you ever fucked your mama's nigga and then she found out that you fucked her nigga?
Yeah. And then she burned your car.
And then she burned your car while you was hanging on the hood of your ex car as he was driving away from you?
Yeah. Let us know. It's very important information.
Are you Deja and you? Nah,
no,
say that.
don't.
I'm not going to do it.
Leave her out of this. Okay, we're going to start this episode now.
You ever wet the floor?
No. You ever dragged your coochie across the floor of Walmart so hard they had to put a caution wet floor sign up?
Tell us about it.
That's not okay. Yeah. But if you did, let us know.
Absolutely tell us that shit.
The more unhinged, the better. We don't want to know about, oh, my grandma passed. That's really sad. But was your grandma,
well, no, you can't
was your grandma a freak and you caught her getting down with grandpa on the back porch?
Did she pass getting
blued out and flued out? Yes, that's what we want to know.
Did the DP make her deceased? Tell us about it. The Emmizzie at Instagram.com.
Not a website.
That was not. All
right.
Anyway, what are we doing?
So that's really funny. So I have a list of questions here for me to ask you. It's a list of questions that's supposed to. I didn't have coffee, so my brain is like suffering.
Do you want a coffee?
I'm okay. I'm going to turn the air on, though. It's a list of questions that's supposed to connect you to your partner on a deeper level.
Where the fuck you Google this shit at?
My mom sent them to me.
Oh my fucking God, bro.
She was like, I think this would be really good for you and Edmund. And I read some and I was like, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I think they'd be good. Because we've gone through a lot of topics and things, and there's some of them on here that we have not discussed. Well, all of them. I didn't pick the ones that we have. There's some are fun. Some are deep.
I
know how you like it. I'm going to turn the air on. Be right back. Well, you won't know, fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
We're back with coffee. Did you miss us? Yes, you did.
With the power of editing, look at this coffee.
Oh, mine looks
First of
dork.
all, this is where you fuck up at.
Oh, yeah, no sponsorships.
Them niggas ain't cut the check.
Anyway, Starbucks does not cut a check, let me tell you.
And who? Who? I don't even know who you said.
I forgot. I totally know what my best thing that happened to me this week was. Honestly, the photo shoot we just did, it was a lot of fucking work, but I feel like I looked really good. In the final product, not during. I look like a wet chihuahua. Actually, if you just toss a Pomeranian in the water and lift it out, that's what I look like. I just thought about it. If my hair looks really gross and frizzy.
Crazy. I can't believe you did that.
My hair looks really disgusting. It's because I didn't wash it yet, and I was literally in a puddle of water. I couldn't say pool. It wasn't that big.
No.
It wasn't even a kiddie pool.
No.
But if you go to my Instagram and I'm all wet in a pool or a puddle of water.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Anyway, are you ready for the questions?
Sure as I'm gonna be. Let's go.
Okay. We start light. We start with a little lube. What makes you laugh the most? What?
What makes me laugh?
Yeah, what makes you laugh? No, you laugh a lot. You're a giggly ass bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
You giggly puff, not jiggly puff.
Funny videos.
Yeah.
Make me laugh.
The way this man sits on the toilet every day for 45 minutes and laughing in the bathroom.
Cackle.
Laughing. And I remember when you first came over to my house and you just laugh out loud. You really LOL. My dad.
Whenever I look at stuff, yeah.
Yeah, my dad was like, I don't think I've ever met somebody who laughs out loud.
Because shit be funny.
You don't even be you're like, ah!
That's gonna be horrible for you to edit.
Yeah, it for sure is. But you you
we ain't got set up for you to be yelling.
No, you really when people are knee slapper, you really slap your knee.
Because shit be funny. What? It'd be funny.
Yeah,
It's because people don't emote. You niggas don't emote, and that's why y'all so boring. Nobody like to be around y'all because all y'all do is fucking sit there, act like shit not funny, and y'all fucking reference memes and viral videos all day. Get your own sense of humor.
I mean, you're laughing at memes and viral videos all day.
Yeah, but that's not my personality. You niggas talk in viral videos.
You say that's what I do.
You do that.
So you're coming for me right now.
No, I'm coming
So
for
you're
them.
taking this time to come.
No, I'm coming for them, but hit dogs holler, bitch. However you feel about it is
You really just, because you say that all the time, you're like a walking meme.
No, we laugh at other things outside of you. Like that online. In real life, you have a personality, but you don't show it to them.
No, I don't.
You want to be,
No, I definitely show them like a version of who I am.
but you don't show them the real.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I even know like my students have watched me, or like Jillian has watched me, people watch me, and they're like, that is like a fraction of you, but that's not who you are.
Like, it's not. No. That's just not who you are.
No. No. Yeah. I'm definitely like way more inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm way more hyper and not as like PC. I feel like I'm way more monotone in
life.
That. Do you think so in life versus online?
Were you like extra online?
Yeah.
But
like, because I don't give the, I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm done.
Yeah, let's go.
I've passed away.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. What makes you laugh? Everything.
Everything.
You laugh at everything.
Because shit be funny.
Bro, we'll literally be driving and he'll see something and he'll just start laughing at like an animal. He'll start laughing at a person. He'll start laughing at anything and like laughing.
Because it'd be funny.
Yeah. I don't laugh. You know what I do when I think something's funny in public? I just go, and then you'll be like, no, don't. Do not. This happened yesterday, we cannot give any details to what it was, though. We can't. Mm-hmm. But we saw an individual.
Yes.
And
a perfectly normal individual.
The collar is a little crazy, but anyway.
So it together. That's what you do. I need you to just hold it together.
So we pull up to this venue, and I have to speak to an individual. Mm-hmm. Edmund immediately knows that it wasn't even like he saw this person and was like, shit.
I saw them when we got to where we was at.
Yeah.
I seen the person, and then I just immediately knew to look at you because you was going to be on some bullshit.
No. I'm very like good at not saying anything. I just don't say anything. Mm-hmm. Or I'll just be like, I try really hard in public to not show too much, but I have a staring problem for sure. But yeah,
I looked over and I saw your face, and I was like, "You bet you fucking."
I immediately just not. That's what you said.
The fuck not.
He literally immediately was like, "If you fucking do not," and so I just grabbed my phone and just went,
There was nothing wrong with that.
There was nothing. It was just, I don't know. I just maybe I was caught off guard. I think I was just caught off guard. It was shocking. I was shocked. Are you shocked? Don't be shocked. Anyway, we're moving on.
Yeah,
because I'm canceled. Anyway, what makes me laugh?
You, your gay ass.
No,
that's what this whole episode about to be. She about to be a baguette.
No. Will you call a French gay a baguette? Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's not you. You do make me laugh though, because you're funny looking. Summer Walker and Carisha.
Yes.
So what makes me laugh the most? Uncomfortable people in public. Mm-hmm. Like Summer Walker is so uncomfortable in public. Her genuine reactions, like I think that's really funny. Like I think what makes me laugh the most is like background people. Mm-hmm. So like in a TV show, when you see someone who's just like reacting.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big fan of reactions. Like I think those are the funniest things because they're not trying to be funny. They're not making a joke.
Oh my God. I have to show you something. I'm going to show you it on stream because I want
on stream.
Stream. This is not stream.
Hey guys.
On here. Keep going though. Keep talking.
But yeah, it's like the thing that makes me laugh the most. I laugh a lot at stuff, but like I think the thing that makes me laugh the most is genuinely like background shit. Like I would love to be like in a reality show and my sole purpose was just to like react in the background. Like somebody's arguing and I'm like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Or like somebody's like, fuck you and the dog. I'm like, not the dog. Like in the background, you know what I mean?
The dog? Oh my
Or like interviews, like those things are so funny. I don't know.
So,
Why is
I
Joe
agree.
Biden up there?
Because he fell again.
No. Somebody life alert. Get him a life
He
alert.
fell again.
He fell again?
He fell again. But
Should he have a chair?
I don't listen. The part that tore me up, the part that killed me the most is that in the video, if y'all seen the video, and
You know
he
what's so
fell.
crazy though? That if you're like, oh, it's the video, and you're like, just go Google Joe Biden falling. The fact that they could be like, which one?
That's what I'm trying to specify. He's at a Air Force event. I think he was like giving somebody an award or something like that. He was walking off, and I guess it was
I wasn't walking.
a sandbag in the way that he didn't really see.
Oh no!
So he like clipped it and fell. It was a soldier on the right side of the screen
Fighting for his life.
fighting for his life to not laugh at the president because the president had to get up and walk past him. So I'm about to show you.
When you have
bro.
to fight for your life, but different.
I'm about to show you right now. He is dying.
He's just like
holding that shit in. That nigga is doing everything in his might to not laugh at the president.
Okay. What words would your friends use to describe you?
Late, but I'm also funny. I am
They would tell you that?
loyal.
They would tell you you're funny?
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't want you to start describing you as like how you think you were described. Like, how did they describe you?
They would say that I'm late. They would say I'm funny. They would say that I'm like loyal. One thing about me is that I'm gonna take a shit at your house.
He's going to.
I'm going to. Like, if we are good friends and I've known you for a while, and I've came to your house more than like 3 times, I'm going to shit in your house at some point.
How would my friends describe me?
You have
Extremely.
2, so.
How would all 2 of my friends very loyal, combative, not with them, just like as a human
Just as
being.
a person, yeah.
Problem solver. I think that's like it. Like doesn't leave the house. I don't like doesn't ask me to do anything because I'm not going. How would I describe you?
The same thing.
No.
Okay, well then you go ahead. How would I describe you? Sorry.
No, I would say that you are all of those things. But I think you're also like a baby. But
I am a big baby.
But I imagine they don't see that.
No, probably not.
No. And then I also would say that you don't like, you dismiss things because it's easier than calling it out.
Here we go.
No, we don't have to go anywhere.
Here we go.
I'll
Yeah.
just say that's what I think.
We just gonna throw it? Okay.
Yeah, throw it.
Go ahead.
Whatever you want to play the ball game, I threw it over the net for you. Okay. Yeah. How would you describe me?
I don't know. You both
Oh,
answer
I'm
that,
answering.
Fool. Yeah.
You're right. I just had to tell you about you. Okay, so I would think that you would call me
Okay.
controlling,
Yes.
annoying,
Yeah.
funny. When I'm not trying to joke, though. That's the most annoying part.
Accidentally funny.
Yeah,
Yes.
like I'm not funny when I'm trying to make a joke. Because I know when I am. Because if I make an actual funny joke, you're like, okay, that was good. Because they're so rare. I try and I'm never funny. How would your parents describe you?
Because I don't be around there enough no more for them to figure out who the hell I am now.
Yeah, so it's like based on what they know, how would they describe you?
They would think that I'm like mean. They would
Really?
think that I'm like, yeah. They would think that I'm like,
You're like the least mean person.
They would think that I'm like antisocial because I'm
That's
mean.
kind of true.
I mean, like back home, not to them, but just like period.
That's so crazy.
But it's because, but you know why?
I
Like,
know, but you're just like not a mean person.
Yeah.
You're the least mean person in this room.
They might think that I'm like mean to people. They might think I'm antisocial. They might think that I'm very strict. I'm not gonna do something I don't want to do.
Oh, yeah.
Like regardless of what it is. If I don't want to help you move into your house, it's not happening.
Yeah. If I don't want to take pictures of you last minute.
If I want to take pictures last minute, it's not happening. If you call me, I'll pick up my phone. Don't call me again. Like, but I also think that they know that like if they need something, I'm gonna do it, even if I'm like annoyed by it or something
Right.
like that. So I would like to think that they think I'm a good son.
I think my parents would describe me somewhat similar. Mean.
Absolutely, fucking they would.
I'm not mean to them though.
No,
But I think they would describe me as mean. But I'm not. I'm just forward. No, I don't think
you
that.
sound like your
I think that they would. No,
every time.
I know. I think that they would describe me as mean, but what they really mean, I do not put up with bullshit.
Yeah.
Which is why I think people would say that I'm mean because it may sound like I'm saying something nasty. No, I just won't accept bullshit. So like I can be nice. And if you want me to be, then do things that warrant that reaction.
That's what I meant too by
Yeah,
mean. Like,
like-
not like I'm just picking on people.
I'm a fucking good time, okay? And most of the time, I'm the butt of the joke, and I'm okay with that. I know my role in this family. I'm aware. However, I also know that my role in this family is not to sweep shit under the rug.
Yeah.
I do not clean, so I can't even sweep something under the rug. It's just not how it goes. If something is happening, I call it out. I don't care because my peace is my first priority. And if it's not yours, that's a you problem. And if things that I do affect your peace, you can do with that information what you want. I'm not going to change how I feel. Or how I react. Yeah. So I think they would call me mean. They would describe me as hungry all the time because they always are just like, you just fucking eat too much. Like, we can't afford to feed you. I'm like, you don't have to, Mom. They would describe me as somebody who.
But that's their fault.
Yeah.
No, that's your father's fault.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they would describe me as a princess, like 100%, like a bratty princess. And again, my father's fault.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're listening.
Yeah.
Padre, you set the tone.
He did set the tone, yeah.
Like, I don't know how to do things.
But I think he knows that.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Well, I tell him that. Like, when I first had to learn how to mow my own lawn, I said, no, this is your problem. You told me I didn't have to know this. And you said I had brothers. Where are they now?
But I think the issue, too, is that, like, he enjoys to do that stuff for you. So
I know.
I feel like he kind of almost don't want you to learn.
My dad
so
drives
that
an
he can
hour and a
do it
half
for you.
out here to help me replace the carpet, like, on the porch. Like, come on. He loves to be needed. That's his thing. And I love needing him.
Yeah.
It works both ways.
I really forget what it was. I think it was something small that I needed. I don't remember what it was. And he went and got like the value pack of it, or like the extra, like,
My dad is very much like, oh, if you need this thing that is music to my ears, let me do it. Like, if you said like, oh, I want to look up this thing, like, he'll send you 16 articles.
Exactly.
Like, he loves doing those things for people. What mattered the most to you when you were a kid? Not like a teenager, but a kid.
Like a child.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like be outside and like go places and explore things. I liked every time we had to go somewhere. Because like it was just like somewhere to go. We used to go visit my aunt in Alabama. I think like every year, something like that. Every summer or every other summer, something like that. I don't really remember. It was so cool to me because we used to always drive through like the Appalachian Mountains and like we used to just like go across the like
when we would go visit my aunt like far up north. When you have to drive up there. Remember when we went together?
Yeah.
The views are crazy. Yeah.
It's so wild.
The drive is the best part.
And I always loved it so much. It was my favorite thing in the world. Yeah, so that travel as a child.
Yeah, love that.
Child travel.
I would say mine
CT.
was like similar. Like, I just liked going to the park. Like, that was all I ever wanted to do, was just go to the park, go hang out with people. And like my friends, my best friend lived behind me. Like, we literally shared a fence. So like, all I ever wanted to do was go hang out with her. Like, that's it.
Yeah,
that was my priority. Hang out, go to the. It wasn't called Blockbuster. Eventually it was, but like before that, it was like home movies or family movies, family video, something like that. And it was to rent a video game. Rent a video game. That was our shit. Dad, can you take me to rent a video game? Like, yeah.
Oh my God, Blockbuster. I remember back in the day, because you niggas can't have shit. We be scamming the fuck out, right? Remember back in Blockbuster where when you go rent a game, they would have the disc in the actual thing?
Yeah, why? Eventually they learned to put the fake disc.
They stopped doing that because of niggas like me and my fucking
You stole them?
Because we would buy like the games, but like sometimes it gets scratched up. And so like, well, nigga, I'm gonna go rent it and just swap out the fucking
so smart
disc and just get the good disc because it don't skip and it don't fuck up.
That's
like,
really smart.
Oh yeah, we used to do that shit all the time.
I never understood how people scratch their game.
Because
put it in the thing. Put it in the case.
Because there were let's talk about it, honestly. Because there were fucking savages growing up that didn't understand that when you get done with the video game, you put it back in the case, or you have the assorted disc case that protects the integrity of the disc. But you niggas used to just lay them out on the desk.
Did you have the one that was like the pockets and it was like soft pockets and had the clear front?
Absolutely.
And it was just like a thing of games. Yes.
Absolutely, I did. Yeah. Because I wasn't a Neanderthal and I wanted to make sure that my discs worked. But y'all would just they would stack the discs up on top of each other and just leave them out on. I'm like,
Or they'd
is
like
this-
try to take it out before it stops spinning, and like that fucks the whole
and
thing
that just fucks up everything. And then you really and you hear it scratch.
up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then you're like, why does my game work? Yeah.
stupid.
So then what was your priority like as a teenager?
I wanted to be cool,
Oh my
but I
God.
never did it. It never happened.
Oh.
I was always lame, but I always wanted to be so cool. I was like embarrassing because I wanted to be cool so bad. After I came out, I stopped trying to be cool because I couldn't be cool because I was gay. I was gay in a predominantly black school. You can't be cool like that. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to just kick it in since you niggas don't like baguettes.
Mm-mm. Mine was to party.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was to party, do some substances, get tore up, and hide who I'm sleeping with at the time so that nobody got mad because
it was probably somebody's significant
there's a lot.
other.
Not on purpose, but I just didn't want to be like, oh, I'm gay, because then like the girls would be like, well, then I can't sleep with you. So I just had I tried to hide
True.
everything.
Oh yeah, a hoe was a hoe to you back then. You was
Yeah.
trying to fuck on everything.
Music to my ears. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's like if I come out as gay, I can't get the bitches.
Yeah.
I'll be sans bitches.
I'll be sans bitches. Yeah. Yeah, that was my party. Just partying, like fucking my life up. But I'm happy I did it. Truly grateful. Because then when I became an adult, that wasn't a priority. Whereas like when everybody goes to college and university, they spend their time getting like super fucked up, experimenting, doing all these crazy things. I'm like, yeah, I did it as a teenager, so I thought it was really silly when I went away and became an adult that like that's what you would do.
It was like, why y'all getting so drunk?
Not even that, because I got fucked up too, but I just mean like
after you turned into an adult, you
experimenting.
were like, what are y'all
like
doing?
my focus was making money. My focus was like, oh, this is what I see for myself. It wasn't like, oh, let me experiment and fuck up my life in my 20s, because that's what you do though. That's normal. I just did it as a teenager, so I'm grateful I did that. Don't do drugs, kids, but I'm grateful I did that. I'll say I'm grateful I did it while it wasn't as accessible to me, because I feel like if I was to experiment with these things as it was super accessible, because when you become an adult and you are no longer at home and all these things, drugs and alcohol are so accessible.
You can get that shit easy.
And then you can get really fucked up on it because you're like, oh, I like it, and it's so easy to get, but it was harder then. So I'm happy I did it when it wasn't as accessible. What matters the most to you now?
Making money.
And I knew you were going to say money.
I want money, and I want to get the fuck out. That's my priorities right now. I don't want to work anymore. I hate working. I hate getting up and going to work. So if I could figure out a way to make that not happen ever again, I want to do that.
And what are you doing?
Trying to figure it out.
Mine is peace. My priority is surviving and peace. Just focusing on paying what needs to be paid right now.
Yep.
Preparing for the next few months. I mean, if you asked me this question like 5 to 10 years ago, I would have said like my dream of my house and my family and my all these things, and now I don't give a fuck. I just want like to be peaceful. Like I used to think in future, I never thought in present, if that makes sense. So I just think of right now. What do I got to do right now for the first few months and just get that far? I think I'm gonna sneeze. Never mind. When was the last time that you felt appreciated?
That little period where I was like getting them groceries and shit.
Oh, for me.
Yeah, I feel like you appreciated that.
I
Even
sure
though you
did.
fucking hated every second of it, but
There was a short little period. It wasn't short. Edmund didn't have to. I was fine. I was eating a lot of rice. It's filling.
That's not.
Where he bought my groceries, and it was very frustrating for me.
You sure was eating rice, because that big ass fucking $20 bag of rice was enough for a year.
Bro, he bought this bag of rice. You've never seen this. I don't know how he brought it in. You've never seen a bag of rice that big.
For nothing. For nothing. It was $20.
But it was so good because rice is cheap and it fills you up. Yeah, love that. Thanks. But he bought me that like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like over a year ago.
Hell yeah.
And then it just came in handy when I was like, hey, babe.
You still got some, don't you? Like, you got a little jar of it?
No.
That's all gone?
It's a new bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Moved
cool.
on.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was just a period where I'm not very happy about that. But I was very appreciative, obviously. The last time I felt appreciated was Monday. Because, of course, I graduated.
Yeah.
And she just was like...
Told you everything that
she was just like, thanks. Like, holy shit. Like, I never thought this day would be here. Like, I was an infant when we met. And you saw me through so many things. Like no one there has seen her cry. I'm like, which is so crazy to me because I watched her break down in front of me, and I had to like parent her and do all these things and just watch her grow up. Her and Laura, even Laura was more vocal about it, but Laura was like, you know, you taught me so much in life, like about people's opinions and how they just don't matter.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And the kids never see it during the year. My kids go to dance competitions and I always tell them, I don't care what the judges say. Like I get that there's judges and it's a competition, but I say that. No, I say that
out loud.
Parents will come to me and be like, do you want to see the awards? And I go, no.
For what?
I don't, but I want to see the video on mute. I don't want to hear a judge's critique. I don't want to hear any of it. My opinion is more important than theirs. Those people see you for 2.5 minutes for the first time in their life, and that's probably the last time they'll ever see you. I know what you look like from age 6 to 18. I know what your growth looks like. I know what those things look like.
Yeah.
And how do you feel? Like if you learned this piece of choreography in August and you performed it in March and we worked on it for all those months, how do you feel?
Yeah.
Fuck the award. Fuck, like, I don't care if you got first place. I don't care. I don't care if you got first. I don't care if you got I don't care. How do you feel? How do you feel like you did versus like whatever? So that's how I always tried to like teach them. And when you're in it, you're like, oh yeah, Nick doesn't care about comp. And then when you graduate, you go, oh, he didn't care about anyone's opinions. And then so Laura always said, like, I went into the real world and it has nothing to do with dance anymore. And I'm like, oh shit, I only value my opinion. So people will say something about me or to me and I go,
like,
okay. And that's
right.
just what I try to like instill in them. So she thanked me for that. And so like the last few Mondays, I felt very valued and appreciated because
so
when they
nice.
graduate, it always happens when someone graduates and comes back.
It
They're
does,
like,
yeah.
whoa, I never realized for all these years,
Like,
this is
hey,
what you were teaching
I went
me.
to my first year in college. Thanks.
Yeah. Or they'll be like, I never realized how much people don't work hard
Yeah.
because I teach them the craziest work ethic.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, you just have to. Because when you go into the real world, everyone's disposable. And so then they learn work ethic. Yeah. Yeah. So Mondays.
Good for them.
What is your proudest accomplishment?
I don't have a lot of accomplishments.
I'm not asking for a lot. I'm only asking for one.
And you hold your your tongue and your face.
Okay.
Was that even though I didn't do all 30 of my 30-day workout thing, I at least did 4 or 5 days, which is good. And I was very happy that I did that.
I think it's really great that you did too.
Uh-huh.
It's more than you've done. I think that is really great. I just wish you'd do it again.
See, that's why I said hold your shit together.
I don't know. It's really hard because I have several that I would think of, but it's because I have multiple facets of my life.
Excuse me.
Like I have, like
Got a successful bitch. Pure.
Alexa, play "Successful" by Ariana Grande. I had to be
Stop,
quiet
she
because
can
that
hear
bitch
you.
will hear me and she'll
She
start
can hear you,
singing.
yeah. She'll be like, huh?
You want me to play what?
Huh?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Speak up.
I'm gonna turn it up.
Like I feel like there's people who go to work and come home and then they do something and like they live their life. I feel like I live multiple. Like I'm different humans. Like I have my like social media life. That's like a different part of me. I have my teaching life. They never connect.
At all.
Never. I rarely post about dance. I rarely post about any of that. Massive part of my life. It's not for you guys. I'm sorry. And so it's like I have that and then I have like my personal me life. So I just feel like I have these 3 different things. So it's hard for me to pick which greatest accomplishment because I feel like I have different things. Like on one hand, like my greatest accomplishment is like I feel like Crizel, Lakin, and like Laura are like the greatest extensions of me as a dancer I've ever experienced. And like I pray that I get to experience that again, but I'm okay if I don't.
Yeah.
Like I really took so much time.
Like you 3 for 3 at this point.
Yeah, I took so much time to really like create those people. And I feel like that's one of my greatest accomplishments is like looking at Crizel now. I keep talking about her on this podcast, but it's so fresh. And it was such a big part of my life. Like you don't understand. It's like, yeah, it's different.
Since Pampers helped me.
Yeah. And so like seeing somebody who couldn't even talk, like she was so quiet. Like when she first met me, she never spoke. Kiana had to be in the room so I could like talk to Kiana and Kiana would talk to her because she was so scared and so young to now being like Corzel. And like coming to me to for questions and problems, and knowing that she's like not like that with other people, and for her being like, I'm the most authentically me in the room with you. And it's so, and she'll say, it's so crazy that no one else here in this entire studio who I see every day knows that side of me. So I think like we have such a beautiful marriage as far as like creator and teacher and like student go. So that's one of my greatest accomplishments is Crizel. And then like in my personal life is just being emotionally and physically where I am today is one of my greatest ones. I've been down and out for most of my life mentally, and I feel like today I'm the best I've ever been in my brain today. And that's my biggest accomplishment in our marriage, that I don't hate you. No. That's a pretty big accomplishment. Like there's people who understand that they have to like live with certain things for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Like they got married and they were like, oh, but now like I have to sacrifice this thing for the rest of my life. Personally, me, I don't feel like I have that, and I'm very grateful. So I think that's a huge accomplishment, is being with someone who I can sit here and do this with. Like, you know what I mean? Actually, my hot take, my biggest compliment is getting Edmund to cry and allowing me to put it on the internet.
I didn't allow you to do that. You
didn't say not to. The beginning you of this podcast would have never allowed that.
I'm to hate that you put that as the clip.
Yeah, I know, but it was the clip. Sorry about that. But I just needed to reel people in. But it's important. It shows so many, like, not just black men, but men that, like, that's okay.
Yeah.
Get emotional. Talk about things that make you emotional, because
Cry,
then
dummy.
It doesn't hurt. How do I say? Like, it breaks down those emotional walls. And I think, like, so many men are so tore up. And it's, like, one thing for me to sit here and cry on the internet because I'm, like, more feminine, but you as a more masculine man, if you do that, it makes other men be like, oh, okay, maybe it's not that deep. I can be in touch with my emotions. So
yeah,
I think one of my greatest accomplishments is
I don't think about that shit.
breaking you down emotionally after I break down. And
anyway, what's next? What's
okay.
next?
All right.
Keep going.
All right. I could keep going. There's only a few more. What is the worst advice you have ever been given?
Niggas be saying some dumbass shit all the time. And I'm at the point in my life now to where like I can weed through that shit and just be like, yo, that's fucking dumb
silly
of you to say that to me.
Yeah.
Somebody once told me, it's not the worst advice, but I have to say something since you asked me the question. To go get a credit card from a bank. I'm not gonna say which bank, but if you know about the scam and shit, it's a bank in the States right now. The motherfuckers be, or they probably stopped it by now, but motherfuckers is running scams through. To go get a credit card from someplace, run that bitch up, and then claim that the shit got lost. Kind of like if you like have a fake business, like you pay the credit card through the business type shit.
Yeah.
So you get the money, but the credit card is quote unquote empty. Do you claim that bitch lost, and then because it's like lost and like somebody stole your account, whatever the fuck, blah blah blah, you get that money back because it's like insured through the bank.
Oh my God, I wish.
I'm like, that's fucking dumb. Like, why would I do that? Because
like fraud.
It's fraud as fuck, and it's dumb fraud. I don't have a problem with fraud. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is straight from me. You don't have he don't condone this at all. This is from Edmund himself. If you can figure out a scam to get over on these companies, this country, whatever it is that you want to do, make your money and scam these bitches because they scamming you every day. But
don't
be smart about it.
Yeah.
So it was something like that. Like just
got it.
Take the money and put it through some shit that you can get your money back from it. Like I'm not doing no shit like that. But
mine would be give up all this. Not that I haven't thought about it, but I've been told many times that like it's not sustainable and it's not like maybe this isn't the path or things like that. And I just like couldn't imagine my life not doing it, no matter how hard it can get. Like I just couldn't imagine. Even like I got that advice when I first wanted to start doing this, and like all these exes were like, no, it's not a good idea, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. I've always been, because I've always wanted to do this, I've always been told that it's not a good idea. And I've always thought, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
That's literally my worst advice. I mean, like, I don't hear advice from people a lot because I don't ask. And often as people start giving their advice, I go, I don't think I inquired. So I don't get a lot of advice, to be honest. It's mostly just from my parents. Who do you trust the most, and when did you realize, like, oh, okay, like, I trust them the most?
I don't know. I think my mother, she just wants what's best, period. And she won't let nobody, like, play me.
Yeah.
So, probably my mama. She's very bullish about, like, not playing with her kids.
Yeah. I've heard a few stories.
So,
I've heard.
I think my mother is probably, like, yeah. I kind of think about, like, if I was to hit, like, the super duper extra stupid lottery,
Mhm.
right? Like, who would be the person I would tell?
I would be her.
Yeah. I would just let you know I have money. I wouldn't tell you how much I got.
Why not?
Because
What am I gonna do?
kill me.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Mm.
I'm not. Relax.
You never know.
You don't
never
know.
You never know.
You don't know.
Motherfuckers be getting money and killing their people all the goddamn time.
We
You know what I'm
do.
saying? And we married, so you would be the first person that probably get the like shit. And I've been and hit the $100 billion, and you've been and got me whacked off somewhere.
But like, regardless, like if you told me that you won the lottery and we divorced, like I'm entitled to half. So like I would find out through forensics how much you had anyway.
yeah.
Like regardless if I killed you or not, like I would learn.
But if you took, but you wouldn't know that until that happened. So
Yeah.
I'd just be like, yo, you can quit your job. I ain't gonna tell you why.
But you don't think I could find out how much money you have? You know how easy that is?
How would you do that?
Bitch, look at the people who literally investigated my life, who literally are just people who on like stream. You don't think I could get them to find your fucking
that's
bank
because
account and hack into that
because
shit?
they work for the people that you fucking.
But you don't think that I can find out how much money? If you were like willingly withholding something from me, you don't think I could find out how much money you have?
Yeah.
I have ways. I have connections. I got people.
And that's why I'm gonna die because of that shit right there.
No, be transparent.
But anyway, yeah, probably my mama
Mine's Matthew.
for sure.
Just because
Easily.
I feel like he is the most. I don't want to say unbiased because he's biased, but in the right way. So it's like I think my mom obviously wants what's best for me, but sometimes I feel like
that shit comes with a caveat.
she just doesn't see. I mean, like parents, a lot of times, like they want what's best for you, but they don't see.
They don't see your end of like
Yeah, like like in a
what it
way
is that you want.
they don't understand. Like they might make those rash things that are like, oh, okay. For example, say like this wasn't making me. I mean, say social media was making me no money. My mom goes, I think it's time to move on and get a different job. Whereas like my best friend might go, I see how much hard work you're putting in or how much hard work you're putting in. I see these things like, no. I like, he just sees things a little differently. He also like knows things about me that like no one in the world, not even you know, that like would put me in compromising legal positions. Like we know things about each other and it's not like a holding against, but we just experience so much together. We know so much about each other. The things I tell him are going nowhere. They are to the grave.
Yeah.
And I just like we've always had the best. Like we call each other out all the fucking time. We FaceTime every week, and every week we rip each other. We're like, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here?" No, and then
I sure do.
we always start with like we have a routine. So what's going on? What's happening in your life? Blah blah blah. Okay, we get through that. Oh, how's like his man? How's that man? Blah blah blah. All this stuff. How's this? How's this? And then all of a sudden we do the like. So what are you doing now to do this? What's the next thing about this? And we're very like on each other's ass about what's best for each other.
Yeah.
And there's no bias because a lot of times with parents, it's like what you do directly affects them. Whereas like your best friend, it's different. Like they're just like a different party. And like whether I lose my career or I do things like, or anything that I do, it doesn't fall back on him. If I killed someone, it doesn't fall back on him. I kill someone, it falls back on my parents. You know what I mean?
There's always like the disconnect of like, even outside of the crazy like killing people shit, is that like your parents obviously won't always want what's best for you, but they don't understand like what it is that you're doing, how that affects you personally. Like she wants you to just like have stable income, blah blah blah, this and the third, but you're like, but this makes me not want to drive off of a cliff. But like that's the part where y'all split.
He wants like what's best for me and my brain and my career, but and my brain. Whereas like my mom's like, you need to worry about your. I mean, my parents. I would say my mom, but like my parents, like, but parents are like that. They want you to be stable,
and they do that because they think that they're like.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're like, okay, maybe he'll be happier if he had a stable income. It's just like,
and that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
But yeah, but it's also like what their conditioned are versus like how they grew up.
Right.
Whereas like me and Matthew grew up in the same generation.
The generational gap and shit.
Yeah.
That shit real as fuck.
But yeah. Matthew just holds me accountable and also wants like what's best for my brain and career and all these things, and he's just not biased in that way. If you could disappear with $100,000 for 1 year, what are you doing?
Oh my fucking God.
What are you
never
doing?
Coming the fuck back. That's
no, you only get 1 year. Like you have to come back. Like what are you doing in that 1 year?
Invest in it so I don't have to. I'm never coming
No,
back.
No. You don't understand. They're taking it away. You're gonna come back to your normal life. You're coming back to your regular life. You're going to work again. You're doing all of that.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
$100 million.
No, 100,000. Did I say 100 million? It's
Oh, I thought you said
100,000.
100
No,
million.
100,000.
Oh, 100,000.
$100,000, and it's done. In that you have 100, or you have 365 days. Being gone from the world, you can do whatever you want.
For a year is not a lot.
So how much do you make now?
No, I'm saying like you can't just like go crazy with that.
Exactly.
It's $100,000.
Exactly. So what are you
But
doing?
you also got.
But you also can do kind of you can go.
You
crazy.
can do like cute shit, but you can't like ball the fuck out, go crazy, dumb, stupid.
You kind of can though. It just depends on what you're trying to do.
Well, for me, I can't go crazy, dumb, stupid.
What would you do that you need over $100,000?
I would want to invest a lot of it so that I don't have to come
No,
back.
you don't get that. That's not how it works.
That's not.
That's the question.
How you gonna tell me?
Because
okay.
I'm the question asker.
The $100,000
runs out.
I have
you can keep things.
$100,000.
You can keep those things. You can't invest it in stocks.
I can keep things like bonds.
No, you can't.
And gold.
No, you can't.
And physical things that appreciate with value.
All right, well, then I'm changing the fucking question. What experiences are you going to have?
Yeah, because that ain't what you asked me. I'm going.
You're so fucking annoying.
You asked me the question.
Yeah, I am killing you if you win the lottery. Just kidding.
100 big ones, right? Experiences.
To go do something.
Yeah. $100,000 of experience.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like backpack for the year for sure. I'm gonna do like.
But then you don't need $100,000.
I'm like
people backpack because it's cheap. Backpacking implies that you're like
not staying in one place.
You're in like hostels and like.
But I'm not gonna do a hostel. I'm gonna do hotels because
so you're going
I
on
have
vacation.
$100,000.
So you're going on vacation.
But just like everywhere.
Yeah.
So
it'll be the flights. Flights are gonna be what your $100,000
flights
goes to.
where I'm gonna stay and the things that I do while I'm at these places. Because because if I'm going out of the country, I'm not about to go to Japan just to go to goddamn McDonald's. No, I'm gonna go.
It's so crazy that people do that.
Because Dance Monkey was the biggest song of the year when it came out.
So
that's why people.
Because people are dumb.
Because people don't know nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just do that. I'll go backpacking.
I would be a professional wellness retreat person, which is just my plan for life anyway.
That'll be your whole $100,000. Shit.
Yeah, and it will. I would just be going to different wellness retreats all around. That's what I do. That's literally it. That's what I want to do the rest of my life. So that's what I would do. Yep, professional wellness retreater. With everything that's happened thus far in your life, you have to tell your 9-year-old self, explain to them what's going to happen in your life. What are you saying?
Buckle the fuck up because it's going to get really ghetto. Am I giving myself advice?
You're just preparing them, like telling them what's going down and you're preparing them.
Oh, so the same thing's going to happen.
Nothing's changing in the outcome. You just have to tell them this is what's going to happen. Like the outcome's not going to change. Everything's still going to happen the way it happened.
Oh, yeah. Buckle up.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here, babe.
No. Not true.
Enjoy that youth now.
I would be like, hey, babe, don't worry. You're going to do it all alone. Don't even try. I know you're going to. But don't try to put your worth in other people.
Yeah.
Don't try to run to the people who are supposed to care. You're gonna do it all yourself.
It's you, babe.
And I know you're gonna go to those people and you're gonna harbor those feelings, but it's all you.
It's you. It's you.
It's all for you. Yeah, it really is. And so I would just be like, you are alone in this world.
Yeah.
Until you're not, and then that's such a slay. But for the majority of your life,
like, look, babe, it's gonna get ghetto for a while. But
well, I can't say that, so
be all right.
I wouldn't say that personally. Me, I would use different words. Yeah, I would. Yeah, you're gonna not be alone eventually, but just know, babe, you're alone.
It's gonna be steep for a minute.
Yeah. And it's gonna work out. You're gonna slay. You're gonna be so great.
Yeah.
And I know I can't change anything, so I can't tell you to save some of your money because you're gonna blow it anyway. But just my Mr. Baby.
Did he lick you?
He licked my foot, and it scared me. Oh,
Mr. Baby.
Dad, I think it's time to be done the podcaster and to be a dog petter. Oh, sleeper boy. He slept here the whole episode.
Oh,
he slept right underneath my chair the whole episode.
Oh, I didn't even know he was over there.
Anyway, that's the end of my questionnaire. But thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Answer some of these questions below. I would love to know because I'm a nosy beach. Don't forget to send listener letters to our the Emmizzie podcast. Nope, the Emmizzie Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and we will read them out and discuss and talk shit about you in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the time this comes out, is it still Pride Month? I don't know.
Probably not.
So funny that our last episode
It's about
is about being gay,
homos.
but homos, but
It's
we
Pride
recorded
Month.
that way before Pride Month. So funny. So love you long time.
Mm-hmm.
Nicholas James Emmizzie, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I think that's it.
EM,
Nicholas is ugly on Twitter.
EMMIZZIE.
Instagram.
Instagram EMMIZZIE _
Twitter.
Um,
Anyway, bye.